I could never be a politician. See, I really, truly could never be a politician. Could never run for office. And I've been asked that a few times in my life. You know, Jason, you ever going to run for office? You ever want to run for president? No. And the reason is this. If I ran for office as a Republican one day, I couldn't deal with these kind of people like Senator Hatch. I couldn't deal with these kind of people like Mitch McConnell. The GOP establishment. You see, they have a rule book. The GOP establishment has a secret rule book that they try to get every other Republican to follow. And the rules go like this. Rule number 1, never say anything controversial or anything that could even be considered controversial, because that will give the brand a bad name. Rule number 2, in the book of establishment Republicans, political correctness protects our brand. So always be politically correct. Rule number 3, make a point at all times to compromise with the left. This talk about being aggressive and standing up to them and exposing them and dismantling their ideology, it's no good in the establishment playbook. In the establishment playbook, it just talks about compromise, about working with them. That's why I can't stand that damn fool from New Jersey, Christie. Rule number 4 in the GOP establishment rule book. Watch what you say about Obama. Because God forbid you call Obama out and get labeled as racist by some nutty MSNBC host. And rule number 5, and the most important rule in the GOP establishment rule book, is everyone must fall in line behind the GOP leadership. That is Mitch McConnell and John Boehner. Everyone falls in line behind them, and what they say goes, and how they conduct themselves, that is ultimately and usually with submission, is how everyone else has to conduct themselves. Playing by the rules and playing fair. And not exposing and destroying the left. Playing fair. And for those reasons, I don't think I could ever run for office. If I was ever elected into a certain, into the Senate or the House or some other office, I would be fighting back against this rule book. But the people like Karl Rove, for instance, who are out there in the media constantly talking about compromise and this kind of compassionate conservatism crap, I couldn't stand it. I'd go out of my mind. I'm much better off venting behind this microphone. Even if I die at a very early age due to high blood pressure, which is a very good possibility the way we're going.